Cranes remain on site tonight doing the heavy lifting as an Israeli task force joins in the search. Teams are also turning to technology using lasers to detect any shifts in the structure that is still standing. And Local 10's Terrell Fournette joins us live with that part of our team coverage. Terrell.
Well, these first responders were met with significant progress today, thanks in part to a lack of thunderstorms and a lack of fires at the site of that rubble. You'll notice all of these urban search and rescue trucks behind me. These trucks are used normally to store the equipment that's being used out on that debris field and also to transport the equipment, but helping hands from not just across the state of Florida, but from the entire world are now here on the ground in South Florida to help out. Standing shoulder to shoulder late Sunday, a small group of volunteers from Christ Fellowship Church prayed for the victims of the collapsed condo and for the safety of search teams pulling off a dangerous mission just up the block.
Our search and rescue efforts are continuing.
Heavy equipment, state-of-the-art technology, and skill are helping hundreds of first responders power through day and night, alternating hours and digging through the mound of debris in multiple squads of 6 to 8 people.
Everyone is working, everyone is doing the job, and we are optimistic.
Among the boots on the ground, a search team from Mexico who has performed roughly 1,000 similar tasks in 26 countries. Their tiny canine is specifically trained to sniff out survivors.
He can go into cribs, into voids that a big dog would normally don't go, and also because of the weight, she can go in other places that have more instability that another dog cannot go.
But the process is still painstakingly slow, even with the grid-style mapping system to target unchecked areas of the rubble and a large 125-foot-long trench dug by rescuers that's also 20 feet wide and 40 feet deep. An Israeli search team is also on the ground assisting Miami-Dade's Urban Search and Rescue Force while helping families of the missing understand that the most experienced crew is on the job.
The commander turned around and looked at everybody and said, "I think they've been doing a perfect job." That said a lot, and we already knew that.
And these teams are using equipment like sonar listening devices, drones, even robots that are able to reach these very unsafe areas, even for the first responders who are out there working. So all of that, including some cameras and those lasers that you mentioned, are all helping to keep the people who are risking their lives out there very safe. Laren Sinella.
And so when we spoke earlier, we mentioned that this has become an international effort here, this search and rescue. And there were teams from other countries that have expressed interest in coming here to South Florida to help out. Do you know if they've been granted clearance or if they're even needed at this point with everyone that we have out there in the scene?
Yeah, at last check, we know that those teams from Israel and also Mexico, they have already been cleared and they are on the site working. But teams from South Africa and Colombia have also expressed interest in helping out here. And we know that at last check, the team from Colombia was just waiting for that final approval to move in and to roll up their sleeves and get to work. We are told that they are ready, they are on standby, and they are willing. All of these teams would be in addition to FEMA, who also has a set of urban search and rescue teams standing by, ready to help if needed.